A Florida police officer will soon be out of a job after accidentally firing a man's gun, hitting him during a traffic stop. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a different topic altogether to discuss with you guys. So as we do it all the time, if today is your first time, please be kind to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and without wasting much more time, let me dive into this serious case whilst I react about it. Let's just hit in.
Okay, I really need to talk about this situation that happened in Florida just a few days ago. It's one of those cases that really makes you question how something like this could even happen. For anyone who isn't familiar, this was a traffic stop where an officer accidentally shot a man with his own gun. Yes, you heard that right.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, just for my safety, your safety, I'm going to have you step out. All right. Fair enough. And we're just going to remove the pistol from you. And then we're going to run your license to make sure everything's good. And I'm going to send you on your way. Get out this way? Yeah. Just hang tight. Just do me a favor. Lower that window.
The driver was cooperative by all accounts. He actually informed the officers that he had a gun on him, which in itself is important because that kind of transparency can help prevent things from escalating unnecessarily. He's already being upfront and doing the right thing. So what happens next? The officer still ends up shooting him with the driver's own weapon.
Where's your pistol at on you?
On my side.
Okay. Just put your hands on the top of the vehicle for me. I appreciate it, man. Being very honest.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Now, let me just say this outright. What happened here is a clear example of ignorance and negligence on the part of the officer involved. There's no other way to describe it. We're talking about a traffic stop that, by all indications, was not some high-stress, life-threatening situation, at least not on the driver's end. The man was cooperative. He communicated openly that he had a firearm, which, to be honest, is exactly the kind of thing that should make officers more cautious and more prepared. And that's where the training and protocols should come into play, right? But clearly, something went wrong.
Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You okay? You got shot in the leg.
I mean, how does this even happen? An officer should know their equipment inside and out. They should know how to handle situations like this without it resulting in an accidental discharge of their own weapon. This is where the negligence is so blatant.
I appreciate it, man. Being very honest.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We're talking about a situation where one simple mistake, however unintentional, can cost someone their life or severely injure them. That's a huge responsibility. If an officer can't even keep track of their own weapon during a situation where the individual has already disclosed they're armed, that's a problem.
You rescued 1068, 1020.
Walk with me. Walk with me.
Okay, look, I get that not every cop is a gun expert, I really do. But we live in a country where constitutional carry is the norm in most states. It's inexcusable for an officer not to know how to handle a situation involving an armed citizen. Let's think about this for a second. Why are you even trying to take the gun out of the holster in the first place? The whole point of a holster is to keep the gun secured and the trigger covered. That's the design, so you don't accidentally shoot someone or yourself while trying to control a situation. If you absolutely have to disarm someone, take the whole damn holster with the gun in it. You don't go fishing around like you're trying to pull a prize out of a cereal box. Let's also talk about the trigger pull here, because I can tell you exactly what happened. She probably put her little grubby fingers in the trigger guard, whether it was out of ignorance or nervousness, and pulled the trigger. There's no complexity about it. This is exactly what happened. Now, I'm not saying she did this on purpose, but I am saying that she's so untrained, so unqualified, that she doesn't know how to handle a firearm safely. And that right there is what we call a negligent discharge. No, the gun didn't just go off by accident. No officer would say that. At least I didn't hear it. But those are the words we hear all too often when stuff like this happens. Oh, the gun just went off. No, it didn't. It was pulled. That's what makes me so furious about this. This wasn't some freak accident, some random, unexplainable event. This was preventable. This was a direct result of poor training, incompetence, and an officer not being fully prepared to handle the responsibilities of carrying a weapon. Let me tell you something else. This man is lucky he was carrying at the 3 o'clock position around his side. If he had been carrying appendix style like a lot of people do, he'd probably be dead right now. One shot to the femoral artery and it's game over. There's no coming back from that. So this isn't just about some poor officer making a mistake. This could have been a death sentence. The officer didn't just risk her own life, but the life of this man, and possibly the lives of others on the scene.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down.
Now, I want to be clear. This isn't just about this one officer. This is a systemic issue. Law enforcement agencies across the country need to make firearm training an absolute priority. If you're going to interact with armed citizens, and let's be real, this is America, so you will, you need to know how to handle these situations without putting lives at risk. And that's not something that should be optional or brushed aside. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has already said they're going to fire her, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a good start. But let's be honest, it's not enough. This man, as far as I'm concerned, deserves $1 quadrillion. I know that sounds kind of childish, but honestly, that's to the extent I think he needs to be compensated.
2162, maintenance 27.
To wrap it up, this wasn't just a freak accident, it was preventable. This man's life was put at risk due to poor training and negligence. Police departments across the country need to prioritize proper firearm handling and make sure officers are fully prepared for situations involving armed citizens. We need better training, better accountability, and a system that actually protects everyone involved. Let's make sure this kind of mistake never happens again.